Hey, welcome in. FG here. So today's not a traditional silver book day, kind of a little bit different. I did want to talk about uh, buying silver online, through the auction sites, whether that's the big online site or the fast-paced whatnot app. Um, you do have to be cautious. So I thought what I'd do here is take a look at a coin that I had thought about bidding on for my World Silver book. And I'm going to do this through pictures I put up here on the screen so that we can get a much closer look at uh, basically the Numista images versus the listing images. So this was a coin from 1979 from Yemen. So I was kind of fun to find this coin in silver. But I'm looking at it, and I'll put up. I think this is the reverse to start with. And if you look between the two, one of the things that really stands out to me is look at the font of Apollo. Really look at the O's in it. And even the A. The A is, everything's much thicker, but the A is almost closed in versus lots of room over on the Numista picture. And the O's are very large, lots of room in the middle versus a very slot-like hole in the middle of the ones on the listing. And then if you look further, kind of look at the details in the cloud that the rocket's sending out there, and you can just see the difference in the cloud. So the overall design and everything looks pretty good, but that definitely doesn't look right. And then if we go on and throw up the obverse here, again, look at the font of the 2, and then look at the font of well, not the font, but the shape of the head of the staff. I think it's a staff there, right in the middle below the eagle. How much shorter the horizontal bit is than on the listing coin. And then if you look up above, you look at the bumps on the feathers. Those don't look right, and the shield on the breast really doesn't look right. So I did not bid on this one. It did sell. And I just have to hope that whoever gets it does a thorough check of it, because obviously, you can't talk to other bidders on the big auction site, not whatnot. But yeah, then there's another type of listing here. I'll put this one up. I was also looking at Morgan dollars for the Morgan Challenge, and I came across the 1878, and I'm always looking at the 1878s. And if you zoom in here on it, it's an 8-tail feather, and you can see it's lots of detail. $251 may not be unreasonable if this was real, but look closely up here at the listing. They state right in the listing here, very clean replica. And if you really kind of zoom in, the collar, the edge of the coin doesn't look right. But from the limited photos in the listing, you can see they're not super clear. They're not close-ups. I mean, it's pretty obvious it is, I think, a replica. But how many people notice that? I mean, 37 bids. If it's a replica, it's less than an ounce of silver, and it's fake, not genuine. I guess there's a difference between fake and genuine. It's not a genuine Morgan. It may be real 90% silver, but certainly not worth $251. And then the last one I'm going to talk about was a Whatnot auction. And this one I actually did buy, because when they're auctioning it at about here. And these were going pretty quick. And I thought, man, that would be a pretty cool coin to have to put in for Italy from Venice. And I got it here, and I started taking a look at it. So any coins you're buying online, you always want to definitely look close at. Let me see if I can get it up close enough here to really look at it. You know, this side, the obverse, kind of conveniently looks worn across the features, so you can't really tell a lot from the features there. But then you look at the reverse here, and first thing that stuck out to me is while there is what appears to be a wear pattern across this side appears to be extremely crisp, like no wear. And the face of this one, actually I'll put it over here so I can throw up a Numista image here. The face of this, I don't think, from what it looks like, I don't think it would match what was there on the Numista. So if we go back over to this side, let me get my Numista page over here. So we'll throw the Numista page for this side up there. Some of the things that I noticed were, for instance, in the little details here that aren't conveniently blurred. You see a little star there, but I don't see any star in that position on this Numista photo. That would be a pretty major feature there. And the other features over here just don't look quite right either. So I took this into a local coin dealer with me on a visit just to get their second opinion. And their second opinion pretty much mirrored mine, that, you know, based on some of the features of the coin and stuff, while this may look like it fits the description, it's likely a modern remake, or I won't say counterfeit, but it'd be like a modern, and I don't want to say restrike because it wouldn't be something that's authorized, but anyways, a modern copy of the coin. So in this case, I actually went back to Whatnot and the seller, and the seller told me, well, I got it from a reputable dealer that I trust. Well, that's not really the same thing as being guaranteed that it's authentic. But he had no problem issuing me a return for it, which I guess could indicate one of three things. Either He's just good customer service and would return things anyways, even though his show notes say no returns. Or he knows it's a copy, so it is okay authorizing a return so it doesn't get sticky. Or he thinks it is genuine and actually wanted it back to resell it. Those would be the three things that pop into my mind. But at some point, Whatnot customer service got involved, and basically they issued the refund and just told me don't bother shipping it back. So I get to keep it. I got a refund, but I'm not putting this into my book because I think that my local coin dealer was correct. I think it's a modern copy. I don't think it's authentic, so it won't go into the book. So that's my World Silver coins for today. Learn from my mistake. You know, those Whatnot auctions, I think for ancient coins, anything like that, where there's can be lots of questionable coins like that, I'm going to stick to what's the old adage? Know your coin or know your dealer. So there's a couple local coin shops that deal specifically in ancients. I'll stick to buying any ancients from there or graded slabbed examples rather than trying to win them on Whatnot or eBay. But even for non-ancients like these other coins, you know, just looking at these just points out it's important to really check the coins. And if you're going, you know, if the coin is a $4 $5 coin, something like that, there aren't too many people that are going to try to copy or forge them. I hate to use the word forge. Basically copy them, right? Because they could still be real silver. They could still be this actual percentage silver. They just aren't a genuine coin. So but there's so much work involved in that it really isn't profitable if it's a small denomination coin. But if it's a coin, you know, like a Morgan, that's going to sell for hundreds of dollars if it's genuine, or even some of these world coins that sell for $40, $50, $60, that could be profitable. So usually if I'm spending more than $10 or $12, I really pore over the pictures of the coin, like we did with that Yemen coin, looking at details to make sure that it looks like the details of the listing coin match up. Now that's not to say they could use fake pictures also and then send out something different. In fact, that would probably be smart to use blurry pictures or pictures that aren't real crystal clear, so that you can't just say, well, that's obviously not the same coin because of this mark and this mark and this mark. But even if they use the actual pictures, you want to double check and make sure it looks like it's hitting all the right details for the type of coin you're looking for. You know, especially coins like trade dollars or some of those coins that are sought after. There are lots of non-genuine copies of those type of coins that go around. So anyways, that's it for today. Let me know what you think. If you've ever ended up buying something that wasn't genuine and found it, leave me comments. I also want to say, if you're watching me, you were likely subscribed to Liberty Bleeds at some point. Um, he basically lost his channel, so if you hadn't heard that yet and you're still watching, make sure I'll put a link to his new channel down in my video description here. So if you haven't yet, go out and find his new channel and give him a new subscription. So I'll probably have put something at the very start of this video about waiting to the end for this announcement. So there it is. And that's it for today. So I'll catch you next time.